So another video came out, and this is gonna be discussing, the available candidates right now, and my pick at this point. I was gonna come on here and talk about Mike McDonald and Dan Quinn being available and my preference, but Mike McDonald is no longer an option. He just got hired while I was at work, with the Seattle Seahawks. So Washington is just Adam Peters and this ownership group. Either they're being too slow to process a lot of things, or I don't know what's going on. Maybe the team, maybe the guys that are in here, they know that Marty Herney and Martin Mayhew are still. I don't know what it is, but let's talk about the options that are available. And me personally, the only guy that I really want at this point, and then the rest, I'm gonna rank it from all right, that's cool, to I really don't want him here, and I'll talk about that. But the only guy that I really want at this point, Anthony Weaver. Anthony Weaver, the defensive line coach of the Baltimore Ravens. We'll see if we get him. I don't think so, because he may end up going with Mike McDonald to Seattle. Yes, Mike McDonald to Seattle is official. So it is what it is there, but we'll see. I think he has an interview tomorrow or at some point this week. Washington may end up hiring one of these next coaches. Anthony Weaver is a guy. Again, we'll see how that turns out. Maybe he becomes the guy here in Washington. We'll have to wait and see. Again, I'm a little lukewarm on him just because of not experience, but he is young. The question is he needs to get in a good offensive coordinator in here and do that job. All right, so let's rank these candidates, the ones that are left, to the ones that I would be okay with at the top, and then the ones I really don't want to be here to end with. All right, first choice, or second choice rather. Second choice, I would be okay with Mike Vrabel. Mike Vrabel, shown that he could win with the Tennessee Titans. Now, he just needs to get the offensive coordinator right. Anthony's what's the guy's name? The Arthur Smith, rather. I'm sorry, Arthur Smith, the former head coach of the Falcons, and him were actually a pretty decent pairing. Pretty decent pairing, and got the best out of Derrick Henry and Marcus Mariota, and after really Arthur Smith left, not Marcus Mariota, Ryan Tannehill just went downhill. So I would be okay if those two guys get brought in. Go ahead and do that. I would be okay with that, even though I don't think Washington has interviewed him or has interest in interviewing him. So we'll have to wait and see. I would be okay with that. Next down the pecking order will be Dan Quinn. Now, again, I don't want Dan Quinn for the sole purpose of we've already had a sample size of what he is as a head coach. Now, the question is it because he was stuck with Matt Ryan and Matt Ryan is a choke artist? Or, he is what he is. He's a good defensive coordinator, but not a great coach. I mean, for a defensive guy, a defensive coach, a guy, the team, the Falcons were, in the bottom half of the league in defense. Really, their offense looked good with Kyle Shanahan and all that stuff. But other than that, really, it was an all around struggle for the Falcons. 28-3. Unfortunately, marks Dan Quinn as a guy, and he's not that old. He's like 53, but it reminds me of the Ron Rivera hiring from 4 years ago. I just don't want that retread. I would be really, really bummed out, really upset if we settle on Dan Quinn. If we don't get Anthony Weaver, but it's looking more and more likely because Adam Peters and Josh Harris and this ownership group want a leader of men, a good true leader, which Dan Quinn is. A lot of guys speak glowingly of him, so we'll have to wait and see. Again, I'm not too enthusiastic about I'm gonna come on here and I'm gonna say I'm not gonna be too enthusiastic if Dan Quinn gets the job. I'm preparing for another 3 to 4 years where this team's gonna have to it's gonna be trash because Dan Quinn's not that good of a head coach. If you thought that things were repetitive with Ron Rivera being 7-10, let me see, only two winning seasons for the Falcons that I could count, and that's including the Super Bowl year and the following year where they got beat by the Eagles. But after that, 7-10 or 7-9, 7-9, got fired at 0-5. So get ready for that if Dan Quinn ends up coming here. And then a guy that I really, really don't want to hear, and y'all be shocked, and y'all can come at me if you want on TikTok or on YouTube or whatever. It's Bill Belichick. Now, that may be an unpopular, like, Oscar, he won 6 Super Bowls. Don't care. His body of work recently, had a young guy in Mac Jones, couldn't get the best out of him after Josh McDaniels left. Now, with Josh McDaniels, not being a head coach and he's being marked as an offensive coordinator for life, if he brings Josh McDaniels, then we can talk. I still wouldn't like the move just because, again, it's another retread. It's another old guy, a 72-year-old. Like, I'm just over the whole entire hiring these retreads and these old guys. I want someone young. I want someone innovative. But we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Let me know what y'all think. Decision should be made either. My bet. I won't be surprised if an announcement comes out tomorrow with whoever they hire. It's looking like Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn's the odds-on favorite, but we'll see how this goes. But that's it. That's all, y'all. Make sure you follow me on TikTok. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you comment because I like to know your thoughts. Also, follow. Click that subscribe button on YouTube. Until then, guys, keep it real. See you guys next time. Peace.